go with the smaller gauge one, but I just did the straight twist so that they're touching each other. The solder's in the middle. Let's see what we can do with this one. See if this way comes out better. I'm just trying to figure out and test before I start actually doing this with vehicles. That was with really high heat, maxed all the way out. But see, this is the problem with that though. You see how it's starting to swell there? Holy fuck, that got hot. But that right there is a beautiful connection. But you see how it swelled up? So that was about to start flowing into the puddle, but the puddle did not allow it, so it ended up just having the solder in there. There's none of the actual stuff in there. But that right there would be a good connection. I'm gonna let it cool, and then I'm gonna give it the pull test and see what we got there. So, that's only been a couple seconds, but that was a really, really, really good one. I like how that came out. I don't like the swelling of the casing around it, but that still melted beautifully. Now, if I had a smaller heat gun, that would make life a lot easier, but that worked beautifully. Now let's give it the pull test. That's good and strong. That's sealed up. That's a good connection. That is what we're looking for. So now I know exactly what I'm doing when I go to deal with these, and so do you. The light heat in a long time, it ends up making a good connection, and that was a twist one. And then this one was just, I strung them together and just twisted them when they were in there. But it seems that this right here is your best bet, not twisting it together and all that stuff. Going really hot heat really quickly. But you see what I mean about the casing? You see how it started to suck in there? That's what I was worried about, that it was starting to do that. But I don't think that'll interrupt anything. I think that should be good to go. It's just like with this one here. Yep, see? It's still moving around. It's not sunk into the wire. You could probably pull that wire right out of there still. Yep, see? It didn't melt into it. Beautiful. That's what I'm looking for. The butt connectors I usually use are the ones that are heat shrink and then you crimp them, but the crimp usually ends up cutting into the casing, so it ends up making it so that it does not do its job all the way, because after a while, if it's exposed to the elements, it's not connected because it ends up getting rust and all that stuff in there. But that right there, that is good. I like it. I highly recommend these. There's a couple different brands. I went with Plus Tool. It was, fairly cheap on Amazon. It says, that these are really, really good, and I'm happy with what I paid for them, because I usually get a case with like 24 to 50 of them, and I'm spending the same amount that I just got 800 piece for. And I like how these came out better than the other connection because that is solid. That is going to make a really good connection. That's not going to get interrupted. That's going to do very well. And especially with some of these, I'm only working with wire that's about yay long. So what I would do in that case is I would just cut the casing back a little bit, and whatever end that's on, if it's on a connector end, I would just get some bigger heat shrink and just go over it. But I would have this cut right to the color, and then I would just have it right in there, and then it would work perfectly, because that would give me enough room to be able to still have enough wire to play with. But that would give me a really good connection instead of a maybe if connection and it getting interrupted because you crimp it down and it ends up, messing something up just like that. You see how that is? The crimp tool damaged it. Same thing. Same concept. Thank you for watching. Everybody have a blessed day.